and he says he's fine. His legs totally betrayed him.
He's gone here,
Garcia with a jab. The referee could have stopped it there and then. And the crowd are going berserk here in the garden for this man, Ryan Garcia. The referee giving him every chance, and he responded. Should Rodriguez have been allowed to continue here?
I'm not sure, Adam. I mean, it was a massive left hook, left uppercut, landed right under the chin, dropped him heavy. I mean, he's smiling and he's reacting now, which is obviously different to how Tyson Fury went down. But when he did start to try and get up, it didn't look like he had the legs to get up. And then when he did get up, see his son develop and do the best of his, fulfill his potential. So it's nice to see that from his father.
Yep, sometimes that doesn't happen. The great late Enzo Calzaghe, of course, sticking with his son Joe throughout his career, despite early criticism. But what a success they made to 46-0. Showboating now from Braulio Rodriguez.
A little bit unsure that he's setting you up for something. So I think at a time like that, it's good rather than reach for him. Garcia, just sit down and maybe aim at the chest.
That was the good left-hand counter there as he turns southpaw, Rodriguez. I think he's confusing himself. Look at him,
he's trying to drag Garcia down to his level. He can't stand up and box with Garcia. That's Garcia going to take him apart, so he's trying everything he can to upset him and take him out his groove.
Here comes Garcia. Beats his chest, Rodriguez, but lit up the crowd as well. What a noise.
Yeah, but
he certainly made a bit of a name for himself from the weigh-in to this erratic performance.
Yeah, that one was very low there. Ooh.
Well, Garcia was blowing everyone away. Last couple have gone the distance. Jason Perez and Carlos Morales. But he wants this one over with. And surely now, with a barrage of punches and plenty of time in the round, he can get the golden boy on his rise up, and those wonderful tussles he had with the likes of Shane Mosley. Rodriguez coming and throwing the kitchen sink now at Garcia, trying for one. Garcia back. Well, it's very watchable, isn't it?
Yeah, it's entertaining to say the least.
Yep, you can see who he modelled himself on.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt, I can tell you right now who his favourite was growing up. Favourite fighter was growing up, and it was certainly Oscar De La Hoya.
And now he's his boss. Look to gain a little bit low from Rodriguez. Ron Lipton here, looking for the moment, possibly. So too Garcia.
Good
right hand. Is this it? Oh, down he goes. And the second time in the fight.
He's out, Adam.
There'll be no getting back from this. Knocked out in the 5th round over Ryan Garcia, to the delight of virtually everybody here.
Gentlemen. Now Garcia getting a little more liberal with the punches.
Getting aggressive. He needs to watch out for a right hook with that aggression. Campbell has a nice right hook over the top.
He's still really flat-footed in this round. I keep going back to that, but he's planting his feet and just looking to land that one big shot.
Actually, Ryan Garcia always has fought flat-footed. That's his style. He's a flat-footed fighter, but he has such fast hands that he gets away with it.
This is when he can tee off, and that's what he does.
You can see that Luke is just waiting to catch him with one punch. But I love the way that Garcia reacted after that knockdown, and now he won this 3rd round. With the aggression coming forward, getting the respect back.
And with that bell to end round 3, we send it back over to England. Gareth,
Josh,
Ricky Hatton, and Gareth Davies joining us from England, DAZN, live around the world now. Hope you're enjoying this, our main event. Ryan Garcia, who was dropped in the 2nd round, back on his feet and seemingly has his confidence back.
One of the questions I had coming in was, how would Luke Campbell look just about a month or so after the COVID diagnosis. Luke Campbell said his symptoms during that time were pretty mild. Said he felt a mild cold for 5 or 6 days. Back at full training after the 2-week isolation. He actually said he felt pressure getting back in the gym after those extra days off.
This fight is supposed to take place at the beginning of December. Instead, we get it the second day of 2021. Thanks to everyone joining us. That was borderline low.
You all right? That's what happens in sickness. When I was in camp making weight and I would get sick, sometimes once that sickness passed, I would feel stronger, like the body reset and rejuvenated. Good body shot right there by Campbell.
Again to the body with the left hand goes Luke.
Aside from the jab, that's Campbell's best weapon is his body punching.
Oh, right hand, and that affected Luke a little bit. And now he's starting to sit down on punches again.
Garcia looking for a right hand now. He sees that the left hook wasn't landing. Now getting really aggressive with that straight right, which is another weapon against the left-hander.
With the body, Luke much more relaxed in there, bouncing a lot more than Ryan.
Because he's been here before. He's been on this stage before. And for Ryan Garcia, as talented as he is, he needs to experience this for the first time.
Ooh. Ryan answers back. All in all, though, Garcia handled the aftermath of that knockdown pretty well.
Yeah, he did extremely well. Got up, survived the round, came back, and my card won that third round. Is doing good work through most of this round.
Beautiful move right there by Campbell. Pivoting away, not getting away too far, coming right back at Garcia. And yes, I agree. How Ryan Garcia reacted to that big punch. It wasn't a flash knockdown. He got rocked. He got up and fought back harder.
What are you sensing here, Chris?
Look, Garcia looks comfortable out there. He took that big shot. He went down. He got up. But he's looking confident. Luke Campbell, he's taking some heavy shots. He's blocking them, doing well defensively, but Garcia's throwing some big shots.
I think they're both looking confident. Ryan Garcia just winked.
Oh, and he got caught coming in again to Garcia. One of those quick little one-inch punches you were talking about, Sergio.
And you could tell they worked on that in the gym, not to swing that hook wide. It's nice and short that's going to catch the faster fighter. That's timing, Chris. That's what I was telling you about speed. That's how you beat speed. You beat it to the punch with timing.
Garcia trying to reset now. Round 5 scheduled for 12. The possibilities are endless with a win here for Ryan Garcia. As for Luke Campbell, a win for him, and he believes he gets another world title shot immediately.
Not a lot of head movement from Garcia in this fight either, presenting something of a stationary target.
Garcia, two things that you touched on. He's never been much on head movement, never been much on fast feet. And that's the reason, because he has so fast hands. His hands are so fast, he doesn't need to move that much.
Power punches through round 4. 42 landed for Garcia, 28 for Campbell. But of course, Campbell known for his jab, so Garcia was pretty much always going to land more power shots. And just as I say that, a power shot thrown from Campbell. More foot entanglement. It's the battle of the front foot when it's the southpaw and an orthodox fighter.
Power shots right in line with Garcia's numbers under Eddie Reynoso. 45% through those 4 fights, power shots landed for Ryan Garcia.
Really haven't seen Garcia sit down and unleash a big, heavy flurry in a while.
Oh, good punch right there by Garcia. Straight left. Campbell took that shot well.
Yeah, it got his attention though.
And the reason we haven't seen Garcia unleashed, like you said, Todd, is because Luke Campbell is using ring generalship. If anyone doesn't understand what ring generalship is, you're seeing it right now. We're not letting Garcia plant his feet to get that power, that speed.
Ooh, and there's a nice little flurry for Campbell, or for Garcia, rather.
Beautiful combination by Garcia, not falling off balance, all with speed.
Has Campbell perhaps gotten a little complacent after that knockdown? Seems like Garcia is winning these rounds.
No, I think Campbell's looking for that same short right hook again. So this was a good round.
Oh, he
good round.
with a left hook right at the bell, and Campbell was ready to go down.
That's Garcia's right on the tempo, and that's that instinctive left hook that Ryan Garcia is known for. Now it's time for Campbell to show that.
We're in Texas, and this has become an old Western shootout. Ryan Garcia knows he's got Campbell a little bit weakened here. He's letting his hands go. The crowd is rising up. Campbell's corner told him, get your composure, find your legs, stick and move.
It's all basically code for survive at this point, starting the round.
Garcia can't be all guns and glory, though. We saw earlier, Campbell has that one punch that can put him on his backside.
Yes, he does, but look, this is the thing about fighters like Ryan Garcia and Oscar De La Hoya. They're pretty boys with a mean streak, and they go after the knockout when they have their opponents hurt.
And in between that flurry right there, looked over at the corner, Ryan Garcia with Canelo Alvarez sitting right behind them. All of them basically putting their hands up, telling Ryan Garcia to relax, don't get too aggressive.
Garcia looking for that instinctive check hook again. And Campbell is aware of that. That's why he's not committing to those jabs.
Good cross, a right cross from Campbell running in. And there is Canelo Alvarez, Ryan Garcia's training partner and his friend.
Watching him throughout this, he's invested in this fight.
This has not been the type of fight many people expected it to be, but it has delivered from an entertainment value. Fantastic way to kick off 2021.
And this is the thing about these pretty boys, these Sugar Ray Leonards, these Oscar De La Hoyas. We want to see how they react when they're hurt. We want to see how they react when they hit the canvas. Ryan Garcia reacted like a mean fighter. And you can't teach killer instinct, Todd.
So what does Campbell need to do to collect himself and go back on the attack?
I think he's doing it. He's fighting with a smart power jab right now, not staying in front of Garcia. Garcia found a home for that straight right hand. There's that check hook right there.
Yeah, there's a second time this round Garcia tried to time Campbell coming in with that left hook.
And this is not where Campbell wants to be. Oh, and he got a straight right hand off the ropes to land on Garcia's jaw.
That left hook, it reminds me of a rat trap, that left hook of Ryan Garcia. As soon as Campbell or any opponent tries to come up the front door, it just snaps instinctively.
Round 7, what an event this has been so far. If you're just joining us, Luke Campbell knocked Ryan Garcia down. Garcia, though, has come back like a true champ, even though he's not one yet, and nearly put Campbell down in round number 5. And here we are in the 7th. Chris, how do you have this scored right now so far?
Look, I think Garcia's been in control and won every round except the round in the second that he picked up the knockdown. As you said, he recovered nicely from that knockdown. Has come back, put a lot of pressure on Luke Campbell, landed a lot of big shots. He's been very successful the first half of this fight.
And that resilience, Chris, comes from instinct. Nice right hand right there by Garcia. It's instinct. You don't know how you're going to react. And I'm telling you, he passed the test right there. That's one mean pretty boy in Ryan Garcia.
We saw Chris Mannix's scorecard. What does Gareth Davies say?
Garcia's really the aggressor in this fight, but Campbell's showing all his boxing skills. He stayed in there brilliantly after being horribly hurt at the end of that round. I've got Garcia just a point ahead. There's so many of these rounds are close, but I do really think that Luke Campbell needs to start pressurizing Garcia back for me to get back in this fight.
I see Ryan Garcia winning rounds, except for that second round, like Chris mentioned. But I could see what Luke Campbell winning some close rounds. But right now, Ryan Garcia is in control, and you can see the way his body language is reacting, coming forward with no respect.
Eddie Reynoso saying to Ryan Garcia, "You're young."
Body shot.
And he goes down, and now Campbell is down on a knee, 2 knees. He's asking questions. He's asking, do I want to get up? Can I get up? It is over! Ryan King Ryan Garcia!
Bernard Hopkins knocked out Oscar De La Hoya with a vicious body shot. That body shot looked just as pretty.
Campbell was able to get up from Lomachenko's body attack, but not from Ryan Garcia's body attack.
Was he more style than substance? That was the question asked before the fight. What's the answer?
He is all substance. He took a hit, he went down, he fought like a champion, and he knocked out a fighter that has faced top competition and has never been knocked out before.
We've seen fire and ice from both fighters. More brighter, a bigger star from Ryan Garcia.
Meet the future of boxing. It's Ryan Garcia.
Are you watching Teofimo Lopez? Are you watching Tank Davis? Are you watching Devin Haney?
You gotta go down to learn how you're gonna react getting up.
The future and the present embrace in the ring. A Mexican legend and a Mexican-American who faced adversity. What would happen if he got knocked down? All those questions were asked tonight.
Every one of them have been asked, and
Campbell was feeling right here.
Paralyzed. He was paralyzed. He could have possibly got up, but the legs refused. The will refused, because it was only going to get more painful for the experienced cool hand Luke.
It took 2 seconds for the pain to get in, and if you're thinking maybe Luke's going to get up, once he put the other knee down and both gloves were on the canvas, it was the end.
And Luke Campbell got up.
Since his championship-level destruction of unbeaten Jose Pedraza in 2017, Gervonta Davis has established himself as a must-see attraction and one of boxing's most explosive finishers.
Oh, vicious right hand! Pedraza goes down! Gervonta Davis at 22 becomes the youngest champion in boxing!
Boxing legend Floyd Mayweather spotted his vast potential and signed Davis to a promotional contract. Life has not been smooth sailing for the pair, but Floyd has steered his enigmatic protege to 22-0 with 21 KOs.
Oh, it's wide. Lightning quick power. Sanchez flat on his face, and that's it. Katie Bayless has seen enough.
Having already picked up 2 world belts, if he can stay on the straight and narrow while adding some recognizable names to his record, this 25-year-old sensation is future box office material.
Is this the future of boxing? Absolutely.
In preparation for his debut fight in the lightweight division against Cuban veteran Yuriorkis Gamboa, we take a look at the destructive power of Gervonta "Tank" Davis. In late 2015, Cristobal Cruz provided the first notable name on Davis's flourishing record. The rugged Mexican had once been a world title holder, beating solid, recognizable names along the way. By this point, however, the losses were piling up, and Davis used the veteran as a mere stepping stone.
Straight left hand, and that puts Cruz on the canvas!
Cruz tried to push Davis back with the right hand, but Gervonta's fast uppercuts closed the show in the 3rd round, despite Cruz's protests.
Oh! Left hand that stuns Cruz, and he goes down. Beautiful! And when he's down, did you see him cover up when he was down as well? He got hit, and he didn't know he was hit.
Another slight step up in class for Gervonta, as Mexican Sanchez had mixed in reasonable company prior to this assignment. Davis showed their respective levels with a chilling display of one-punch power.
Touch him up. God bless.
Tentative Sanchez had managed to make it to the 9th round before Davis's power shone through.
Oh, nice uppercut. Oh, and a second one drops Sanchez. First knockdown of the fight.
Leaning down to avoid a corkscrew left hand, Davis brought the shot down and broke Sanchez's nose in the process.
Oh, it's wide. Lightning quick power. Sanchez flat on his face, and that's it. Katie Bayless has seen enough. Did you see that, ladies and gentlemen?
In a bout scheduled for 10 rounds, it was never likely to reach the final bell with such an explosive specimen as Gervonta Davis in the ring. Mexican Avila had pushed some decent names close in the past, but this was a heavy assignment.
Oh, Tank drops him! And some showboating here.
Davis piled it on at the beginning of the 6th to force the referee's belated intervention.
Avila needed to show something at the beginning of the round to stay in it, and now Davis thinks he's got him done, and Michelle Myers has seen enough. It is over. Gervonta Davis bounces up and down on the ropes and scores his 6th straight knockout.
Hapless Macias was only likely to serve as cannon fodder for Davis, and so it proved.
Shake gloves and God bless.
Macias loosened his left hand just in time to take a thumping Davis right hook to the ear.
The Baltimore Ravens. Gervonta Davis. Punch took about 2 seconds to set in.
Shaking his head, dazed and confused, Macias was counted out swiftly by the referee. After treading the boards against a roster of inferior foes, Davis received the step-up in levels he craved in the form of a world title shot. Decent Puerto Rican Jose Pedraza was a respectable champion, unbeaten in 22 bouts, with a good boxing brain and a reputation for toughness. Davis's speed and power made all the difference, as Pedraza was extinguished in the 7th round.
Oh, vicious right hand! Pedraza goes down! And this fight is over! Pedraza went down for the first time in his career, and it was night over Gervonta Davis.
Arriving in England, accompanied by all the usual fanfare that follows manager Floyd Mayweather around, Gervonta was in no mood to hang around come fight night. Undefeated challenger Walsh was no fool and had proven his capability at a good level. Once Davis found the range, it was all academic.
Walsh, but Davis knows he's hurting and he's going looking for him now and he's trying to finish it here and he puts him down with the left hand.
Walsh tried to dance out of danger, but Davis's dynamite hooks caught him napping and closed the show in 3.
On steady legs, he looks as though he's gone here, Walsh. One more and it's all over. He stopped it. He stopped it. He's annoyed. He thinks it's a premature finish. But when Davis unleashed the power shots, there was only going to be one winner. And Gervonta Davis is still the champion.
Prior to his Gervonta Davis assignment, Argentine Cuellar had been busy taking Abner Maris to a split decision. An extended ring absence since that night would not have helped the smaller man's preparation for someone of Davis's fearsome reputation.
Hand speed on display from Davis, and there's the liver shot that drops Cuellar.
Finding himself on the floor in round 1 was not an ideal beginning for Cuellar. Once Davis smelled blood and realized his man could be hit and hurt, it was as good as over.
And those right hooks are tremendous.
Yeah, right hooks to the body. And Cuellar down to a knee again, second time in the fight.
Gervonta put him down twice and out in the 3rd round.
But then he went to the body.
What a combination. Left uppercut and down goes Cuellar for the 3rd time. Referee Benji Estevez calls off the fight. Davis is a champion at 130 for the 2nd time in his career.
When original opponent Abner Maris withdrew from the bout, poor Hugo Ruiz was drafted in as little more than a sacrificial lamb for Gervonta.
Try to protect yourself. Pelea duro, pelea limpio. Fight hard, fight clean. Good luck.
His lofty ranking with the WBA masked the miles on Ruiz's clock. After competing for years in lower weight classes,
trying to fend off the attack, block that right hook upstairs.
Explosive Davis played with his food for the first couple of minutes as Ruiz looked for respite against the ropes and in the corners. A right hook busted his nose and felled the Mexican. Ref Jack Reese was not happy with what he saw and waved it off.
The guard of Ruiz, there's a combination by Davis, culminating with the right hook, and down goes Ruiz in the 1st round.
That's the firepower.
6, 7, 8. Are you okay? ¿Quieres seguir?
21-0 with 20 knockouts. Gervonta Davis defends his 130-pound title. 1st round knockout win for Gervonta Davis.
Davis made sure that Nunes's American debut would be one he'd rather forget.
Protect yourself at all times. Todos los guantes. Buena suerte. Good luck.
Nunes swung with the champion, but caught a left hook for his troubles. Once Davis has you on the hook, it is almost impossible to wriggle free. Seconds later, Nunes was being pummeled against the ropes, and the referee arrived on the scene soon after.
Be the bully right now.
Good left hand right there, and that's staggered. Big left hand in close quarters. Nunes back to the ropes. Tries to fight back, takes another huge left hand. And that's it. Harvey Doc stops it right now.
What was that? Did you see him looking at the cocky face he's got? He's kind of looking at the crowd like, I got this guy. And no, you don't.
And I think the way that looked is what made, and then that other left hand is what made Harvey Doc.
But you see right there, he's looking to smother. Right there, as Harvey Doc steps in, he's looking to step in and smother.
The fact that that second left hand hurt him again is what sent Doc in. And I think he was worried about him getting hung up on the ropes and taking punishment. Obviously, you see, he doesn't agree with the stop.